maybe this is my brain trying to tell me something. Okay, just to be clear, you appeared to me. I was over there, and let's not quibble about who is really here. It has to be deeper.
Fans of actress Kim Cattrall will be happy to see her back on TV and back in Canada, not only as the star of a new HBO series, but also its executive producer. It's not the only thing that's different this time around. This week's premiere of Sensitive Skin is certainly a long way from the show that launched Cattrall into stardom.
How many sexual partners have you had?
This year? How would you like to make love to this every night? Is it kosher?
She's known the world over as sexy Samantha Jones from Sex and the City. After the hit series wrapped in 2004, Kim Cattrall starred in 2 Sex and the City blockbuster films.
You all saw that, right?
But also returned to her roots in the theater. Now 56, Cattrall is back on the small screen as executive producer and lead in the new HBO Canada series Sensitive Skin, adapted from the hit UK show.
Are you happy?
What?
You know, with everything, with all the changes.
Oh, sure. I love living in a maximum security prison. Who wouldn't?
And what about me?
Set in downtown Toronto, the dark comedy has Cattrall and her co-star director Don McKellar tackling the taboos of aging. I sat down with Cattrall to talk about the 6-part series and how she relates to her new character. I want to start with Sensitive Skin and ask what drew you to this role in particular?
What drew me to Sensitive Skin was not just the character of Davina, it was the freshness of the dialogue, not only with the characters, but with an audience, engaging them about a story which nobody's telling. And that story is not just about aging and getting older, it's about life. I felt that this was for an audience that wasn't really being addressed, or in some cases ignored. And I didn't think that it just belonged on a woman's channel, because it was more than just a woman's journey through a midlife crisis. It was a couple's journey through midlife crisis, a 30-year couple.
Is there anything about Davina and what she's going through that did speak to you personally? I mean, is there kind of a personal aspect of it for you at your stage of life kind of thing?
I mean, those scenes where nothing is said, where she's just a younger woman crosses her path.
Stop the things you do.
And she starts to feel invisible. I don't think that's just happening to Davina. I think that's happening to all kinds of women. And then you feel that you have this relationship, but then you sort of feel invisible there.
I'm dreading this.
You don't have to go.
Not the opening. Roger's critique of our new chic life in the urban jungle.
Where can you clearly exist, not just to yourself, but in the world? And then you look in the mirror, and there's change happening there. And it's not exactly where you want to be, and it's uncomfortable, and it's scary, and some days it's good, and some days it's not so good. So what is that journey about, you know? It's part of life, but in our society, especially in North America, it's been thought of as a condition or a disease or not to be explored and to be terrified of.
No one else is looking. Do you think I'm going crazy? Well, if you're going crazy, I'm going crazy. Shit. Okay, let's just breathe. Okay, I don't feel crazy. I've been depressed lately. So have I, and I don't know why.
And what is it about playing these kinds of characters with that kind of subtlety that is not the sort of glamorous, sex pot that draws you?
I've always considered myself a character actress in a leading lady's body, really. I like that definition because I think it broadens what I want to do and who I am and my appetite. I mean, for me, Sensitive Skin is about entertainment, but I want to play, much more darker notes, almost black comedy, in the sense of embracing something that should have been done a long time ago, but better late than never. And I think that's more of the direction that I'm going in as an actor and as an executive producer now, is to really take on subject matter that I myself, Kim, living in this society, trying to understand the change that's occurring, not just outside of me, but inside of me. We're not supposed to feel that vulnerable, especially in our 50s. We've got it made. My generation also, fine, fine. But underneath that is a feeling of, it's a fear, and it's a wish to stop time, to hang on to something. I think that that's what makes for interesting television, and that's what television can do in spades, because it's a continuing story.
With Sex and the City, you did for a whole generation of women come to kind of become sort of the emblem of what a powerful woman could be. Is this a way to do that for another generation of women? Is it the next stage, if you will, of Samantha?
I think it's, what I like to call it is the next chapter. Not the next chapter of Samantha. I think it's the next chapter for women, or bringing women together, which I think Sex and the City did in a very surprising way. I mean, we wanted the show to be successful, but we had no idea that it was going to become a zeitgeist, and women on Sundays when it was aired were going to get together and have parties and celebrate the beginning or the end of a season. It became sort of an anthem of that period of time.
You know, I was one of those women. I lived in New York, and every Sunday night, my girlfriends and I ordered sushi, and we tuned in.
Yeah.
And it was a ritual.
Yes.
As a consequence, even watching Sensitive Skin, as different as the characters are, part of me relates to you because I know you. Mm-hmm. I knew you for years as Samantha.
Right.
What's the kind of love-hate relationship you must have with that character? Because it looms so large, and yet it isn't you. It doesn't define you. Is it a frustration?
It's more a blessing than anything else. I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you today on this Glen Gould stage without Samantha Jones in my life. So I see it as an amazing opportunity that I have, and a platform that I have to continue in my work to address issues, especially concerning women.
You have done 6 episodes of
Yes.
Sensitive Skin. There may be more. If you had a kind of a dream scenario, is it a 10-year run? Is it how long could this go?
I think it will last as long as we have stories to tell.
For you personally, if Samantha was the right role for your 40s and Davina is the right role for your 50s, what's your next role?
Well, I have to go find the next role, and I hope it doesn't take me 9 years to realize it, because I'll be possibly too old to play it. But maybe not. But that's another story. I haven't found that yet. But I'm always searching.
Thank you.
Thanks.